Our boy Neil is married.
What a big night that was.
We're live.
And I'm 65 points this week. I feel like that's got to be the
Oh, he's
biggest.
coming in
That's
early.
an early reveal.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay, it doesn't happen to him that much.
I know, that's true.
Nah, I'm back, boys. I'm
That's
back.
It's double his normal score, so
So good, so good. Well, welcome back to Draft Boys, the FPL Draft podcast. As always, joined by Miley G, Hito, and myself, Whitey. That's how we doing.
Yeah, really good.
doing well, mate. I'm still top of the table. I'm enjoying that little view from the top.
Wow, it's still
Looking down on
going.
you.
It's like 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, think about that. 3 or 4. It's been nice.
If I had Tarkowski in my team, I'd be right up your ass.
Yeah.
If I still had him.
It's very weird though because we normally I'm someone that climbs from the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
Hence my name online of Tommy the Tank.
Yeah.
And
I think
it's
you're
weird
about-
being at the top.
I think you're about to find out how hard it is.
Yeah.
It actually is really hard being at the top to maintain it from an early position.
Yeah.
Like, I think that actually sometimes, unless you've just got drafted amazingly well and nothing wrong happens, it can actually be one of the toughest places to keep.
But I have found that you've navigated really well because the waivers that you've picked up, you haven't even bothered putting in for the people that you know you're not going to get. And you've focused your time and energy on playing the fixtures.
Yeah.
Like your waivers have been very impressive.
They haven't been too bad.
Yeah.
I won't say myself.
I want it.
He wants to jump across this
I also-
table.
I want
to kill someone.
Also, thankfully, I think I drafted fairly well and I've been able to just play my team.
That's true.
I'm looking forward to remembering who's in your team again.
Okay, we can cover it in a
So
second.
let's do our points because I'm kind of like, I remember pieces, but I don't remember your full team.
Well, I'll go first.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah. 41.
You too, mate.
Yeah. Look, I had a couple of double-digit hauls.
Oh, that's positive.
Yeah, I had Walker, 11 points. Gordon, 12 points. Haaland, ever consistent. But do you guys think that he's been slightly underwhelming this year, or is it just
Fuck
me?
off. Fuck off.
Is it? I don't know. Like,
As his owner last year, excuse me, no.
no?
He's purring.
I know, but just
I think he's already
only-
doing better than he was last year at this point.
only one goal for the last couple of game weeks. I'm like, man, this guy's getting a lot of opportunities.
Fuck off, he's already got
Mate, you
8
just don't
goals
like
in
you just don't
6
like seeing
games.
6 points. You want bones.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think it's been a little bit underwhelming. Slightly.
Man, I think what's been underwhelming is the support you've given to Haaland. I think that's what's underwhelming.
Mate, if you're not happy, trade him away. I'll give you a good trade.
I am thinking about it. I'm not lying. I've been trying to think of
I feel like
something
you just
in my
want
head.
you just want to be in the dome.
I
Do the
do.
trade
Yeah,
dome.
he does
love-
kind of leave you a little out of the dome.
Well, I've been trying to think of a trade with you, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sizing up my team.
Yeah, I've been looking at something like Haaland for Alvarez and who's your Arsenal mid?
Oh, Odegaard.
Odegaard. With
What do you want in return?
whatever you want. Whatever mid you want.
What other mid does he have?
Gordon, Kulusevski, Cole Palmer.
Try and palm that shit off on me, dropping him last as your option.
Just think about it. We'll,
Palmer
we'll
palm.
chat. We'll
Okay,
chat
okay.
off air.
We can chat off
Oh,
air.
I was
Okay.
enjoying that. I was literally laughing at everything he said.
But it's tempting, right? How
It's
long's
intriguing.
Alvarez going to really last?
You can't shun when someone's putting or dangling Haaland in front of your face.
I'll dangle it.
You're dangling it pretty hard.
Maybe you should dangle it my way, mate. I got a pretty juicy midfield. I could use a striker.
Well, you can hold it up a little bit longer and tell us about it after I do my points.
Okay, do your points.
I got 58 this week.
That's a haul for up top.
Could have been more if I played Leno in goal, who got 10 points instead of 2 for Flecken, which is last minute stupid substitution I made just before game week deadline.
Fleckenhelm.
Fucking dumb.
Flecken has to be one of my favorite
Fleckenhell.
names. I really think it's a great name.
Dinkin Flecken.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, that sounded like a swear word. Flecken. You flecking idiot. Okay.
Well,
go on.
yeah. Well, a huge haul from Trippier.
Oh,
We're going to
yeah.
talk about
Oh,
the Newcastle result.
fuck off.
18 points. Huge. 3 assists.
It's big.
Massive.
He's at, and what did he score last week? I think he had a decent score last week as well.
Last week he got 8. You got 2 bones and a clean.
In 2 game weeks, that's 26 points in 2 game weeks. That's
About fucking
huge.
time because he's gone 2-2-0-1. So I
Yeah.
needed it. But yeah, I'm stoked about that. Got some points from Virgil, Regulon, Bruno, my boy, coming in with a goal. Jota off the bench, Solanke with goals. Just making up a nice solid 58.
That's nice. That's nice. All right. Well, let's get into me here. 65 points. Pretty happy with it. Yeah, got a double clean sheet from the Newcastle defense, Pope and Shah. Unfortunately, neither were in on the goals. I was hoping Popey would get in with one. A bit disappointed.
Mate, if the game went for a little bit longer, it might have.
I got 8 points from Pau Torres, which I was pretty happy about. This is the first time my defense has done shit, which is why I've had a good week.
That's what creeps you up there because when you look at your points spread across your team, your first thought isn't, oh, this is a massive week.
Yeah.
But it just slowly
that
adds up.
defensive
Yeah.
line there's a decent amount
It
of points
just slowly
there.
adds up.
Chile fucked me, 0 points. Came on,
Dude.
yellow card. Just missed that goal opportunity. I was fucking fuming at that shit. Then I had Saka with 13, Eze with 3, Bowen with 7, Matoma with 14 off the bench. Very happy
Huge.
about that.
Fucking huge.
Also Isak got got a goal, but he only got subbed on. So rounded it out nicely. I'm pretty happy with that.
Mate, it's a
So,
solid week.
I'm pretty happy with my midfield in general.
The mids
Like,
look good.
when I think about Solomon, whatever, but Saka, Eze, Bowen, Matoma, I'm just seeing. I know Matoma's probably going to face rotation, but those other 3 are going to play fucking all season if nothing happens to them. Eze has been quiet to start with, but I just don't doubt at all, looking at the numbers, that he will start scoring some goals. He's the main man of that team. He's on pens, set pieces, everything.
It's a lot to come.
If he kind of even gets me 140 point season, which I would be disappointed in, I feel like I'm going to have a good year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Based off all the others. So, so I'm pretty stoked on all that. So Miles, we'll have a Haaland chat later.
Okay.
Let's get on to our favorite segment, Snack Chat. Miles is on Snack Chat this week.
I'm on it, boys.
What have you
I'm
got for us?
excited. What do we got here?
Well, I will say I did forget until I was running out the door.
Sounds about right.
But I did have something planned for a while that I had in my cupboard. Okay,
That sounds like bullshit to me.
no. So,
Wonder why you're 25
you know how my
minutes
mum
late?
went to the UK recently?
Yep.
She brought me back a lot of Percy pigs, which I brought in for Snack Chat.
Yeah.
That was good.
They
That was
were
actually
fucking
probably your
good.
last good Snack Chat.
So she brought me this giant-sized Percy pig chocolate.
Oh, wow.
So it's one of those coins that you get for
yeah,
like
it's
Christmas.
a big coin with a pig on it.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know what it's going to be like. So I'll put it up on
looks tasty.
socials.
He's breaking it.
I'll break-
Oh, jeez, that
I'll
was
break it into,
dramatic.
like, 3.
You should have seen his breaking face. Looked a lot like a different face he'd make. Just saying. Oh, my God. It's pink.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I am nervous about this.
Let's give it a
All
go.
right, I'm
And
gonna
what
go
do you,
straight in
What do you
there.
have to pair with it?
I've got a red wine. I thought that was the pair of choice.
Oh, God.
It's
Okay.
always hard to pair with chocolate.
Oh, wow. This changes.
Changes what?
I don't know. Like, at first it tastes like milk chocolate.
Yeah.
And then the back palate starts to get some other flavor.
Oh,
But
it's strawberry. I think it's strawberry flavored chocolate.
I don't know if I've ever had strawberry flavored chocolate
me
before.
neither.
I quite like it.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
It does look quite disgusting,
It looks awful.
but it tastes better than it looks.
Do you think it's just like frozen pig lard?
So they do make Percy pigs out of fruit juice. So maybe they've got natural fruit juice as the flavoring or something in there.
Ma'am,
It doesn't surprise me that it's made from people who make lollies.
Yeah.
I do not think it's going to pair well with the wine.
No, because this is a really nice wine. It's
What
a
have we
nice
got here?
Tell us about it.
Pinot Noir,
Oh, yeah, I'm not a peanut
and it's a 19 Crimes one. It's I don't know much more
2021, I
about
think I saw on it.
it. It's from Southeast Australia. So let's
It's not
say
bad.
it's really nice. Yeah.
It's not bad. Okay.
I really like the chocolate.
Wow.
I really
How
like
high
it.
are you going?
I'm gonna give him a 9.
Whoa! They're 9 eyes.
I really-
His eyes were
I
like,
really
fuck
like
me
it.
eyes, you know.
He was a little, they were doomy.
I really
Give
like
me
it.
eyes.
I would eat the whole thing of that.
That's all you, baby.
That's amazing. It brought like because when you said you brought the Percy Pig lollies, it made me like remember back to how much I enjoyed them, and I was wolfing them down.
Yeah, they're good.
And
huh?
it gives me that little
He had a flashback.
memory. I had a flashback. I traveled through time.
That's what the eye thing was.
The palate. The palate has been cleansed.
Yeah, it was delicious, and the wine's like decent. I like a Pinot Noir. I'm just gonna give it like a solid 7.3.
That's strong from this guy because he's a tough marker.
All right, let's bring him down to earth.
We were talking about this at the wedding with Kenny, remember? How he's such a piece of shit with my snacks.
Mate, well, you fucking forgot, didn't you?
No, but
Mine are bought weeks in advance. Like, literally, mine is already in the cupboard.
This is months.
I already, I can tell. The fucking chocolate
imported.
went pink. It was like Hito.
Oh, that's bold.
It was like the top deck thing. No, what was that one you got?
Oh, the caramel.
Oh, caramel. Fuck that.
Fuck you guys though. We had a good chat with someone recently, and they backed me hard. So
They were probably an idiot.
double middle fingers to you two.
I'll take them. Okay, I better rate this shit. A 7.1. It's chocolate. And
It's not a
the
massive
red,
sweet tooth.
the red's
so-
actually better than I thought. 7.4.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm
That's
kind of
higher
happy
than what I
with
gave
what
him.
you were going to say. Yeah.
I just talked some shit beforehand.
Let's talk some football.
And some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always. Come on.
All right, let's get into our
Shit with a bit of
highlights from
football.
game week 6. It was
Oh,
game week
boy.
6, wasn't it? Game week 7.
6.
6.
Yeah, game week 6.
Nailed it.
I'm like, how many weeks are we? I
Sorry,
don't know.
boys. I'm losing track. Oh my god, this chocolate's super
Don't
sticky.
you like run a podcast? Like,
Okay.
Host a podcast?
I was trying to segue from that into the start, but I couldn't. Let's get into the derby.
Oh, the North London derby.
The North London derby. I mean,
very
Sonny
lively.
is back, boys.
Probably
Yeah.
one of the most evenly matched
Yeah.
North London derbies in a while.
Yeah. It's closer.
Yeah.
Did you see fucking Paul Merson talking about the game though, pre-game, saying how Arsenal
Talking
were
shit?
going to just completely destroy? They're better, the better players all over the pitch in every single position, and it's like, yeah, bro, you drew the game.
Yeah.
He's full of shit.
Yeah, he's full of shit. Well, I mean, let's talk about Sonny because, you know, after a pretty slow start to the season, game week 4 nailed that Hattie and fucking got a 20-point haul. Why did he get 20 points?
He got a Hattie.
3 goals scored. Yeah, wow. Oh, the bonus. Fucking hell, 20 points. And then
Bones.
14 this week from the 2 goals he scored.
Big.
It's put him, he's just rocketed up the table. He's higher than Salah now. He's got 44 points. What a turnaround.
Mate, is thriving.
Well, we were all little bit worried about Sonny.
Without his boy Kane.
Well,
yeah.
just from the get-go, I think like a bit of hangover from last season. Really didn't have a good year. And like those first 3 games were like, you know, Tottenham was scoring goals. It just he wasn't.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, oh, shit. You know,
Is it going to be one of those years for him again?
but I don't know. This could propel him.
you know what I
into
was
some crazy
thinking as
shit.
well? A couple of injuries forced Ange to put him up top and play him up there instead of Richarlison. And I think that actually did him wonders. And Ange is just like, oh, sweet, I can just play a false 9 with Sonny up there because he knows.
But he
his-
switched back now.
Yeah, but maybe for the confidence that Sonny needed.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Anyway, but let's talk about those goals, man. That first goal, he just guides it into the corner. It was like came at him quick. He just like shields it off straight into the
Yeah.
bottom corner. I was like,
I had to
ooh.
watch it multiple times to figure out how he got his foot
Yeah,
on it.
I know.
Like,
Me too. Because
Yeah.
it wasn't super clear. It was a busy.
Yeah, it was a busy penalty area. Yeah, for sure. Like beautiful little touch.
That was nice. And then lovely finish for the second goal as well. Just really calm finish. Yeah, it just made me feel very positive about Sonny.
It was very clinical. He only got 0.5 XG in this game. So that just shows you maybe not as involved throughout the game, but the pop up with 2 over
Came in
indexing,
the
baby.
clutch. Well, I think that Arsenal were actually kind of dominating possession and stuff
Yeah.
throughout the game. So that kind of does make some sense. But it looks like the counter punch from the Tottenham boys was enough to keep them on with the draw. There's not really much to say from the Arsenal side of things. I mean, obviously Saka hauled, but
It was a nicely finished goal, and the celebration was pretty fun.
for Saka's one?
The bullseye.
Oh, the bullseye.
bullseye,
Yeah, he
yeah.
loved that. He was
Yeah.
like, I wonder if he's
Full
a
into the
darts player.
camera. I don't know.
180.
Maybe, yeah, it was like to someone that he's been like punting with or something.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like,
maybe
hey.
a new chick he's seeing.
Oh, bullseye, baby.
I've got a
Bullseye.
teaser about that in my highlights for this week, so you'll find out soon
Okay.
About what?
about the bullseye.
Oh, really?
I love
Okay.
it.
Stay tuned.
Interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, that was pretty brutal, the deflected goal as well. So,
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, Saka did all right from that, but there was some luck involved. Even that handball.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. For the
that was
pen.
luck.
dude.
was
There was,
like,
there was a couple dubious handball calls this week.
I wasn't complaining, but anyway.
Well, talking about halls, let's talk
Oh.
about Newcastle's halls.
Great segue.
Because, wow.
Yeah.
8-0?
I woke up and saw 8-0. I'm like, fuck. This can't be good.
I saw it went. Do I have a Newcastle player? I had to remind myself.
I had to remember
I was like,
too.
please, please, please.
And I was
You're
like,
like,
oh,
yeah,
what
I've
is
got
that?
Trippier.
yeah,
the biggest one of them all.
thank fuck.
I was like, Isak, did he start? Did he start?
I'm pretty sure I also had Burn, but earlier in the season, but I dropped him.
Oh,
ages
you
ago.
dropped him. Well, I think that we should start with Burn because that was a fucking beautiful header.
Dude.
He's 6'7", getting down to that ball there.
Mate, he had to fight for his life to get there as
I
well.
know.
He was trying to be dragged everywhere.
Very nice. They seem to be very good from set pieces and crosses in this game.
Mate, when you got like 4 7-foot dudes in your team,
I
you
know,
better
it's
be
pretty
fucking good from
hectic,
set
eh?
pieces.
Yeah.
But he had a great game, I thought, and a clean sheet for them, which we haven't seen a lot of. So
No.
this result could propel them into this next run of fixtures and make them all look very, very good.
It looks really, really good.
So yeah, look out for those like guys that maybe people have dropped, like Burn. You know, for example, he's available in our league because Hito dropped him. You know, there are Newcastle players available.
Yeah, it's because just early on they weren't getting the cleanies, so I just kind of thought I'm going to play fixtures with my swing positions, but come back to bite me now.
Yeah, too bad.
I think I drafted him and then I dropped him for Walker. And then you picked him up and I was like, fuck, did I just make a massive mistake? And
Walker's
then-
paid off okay for you.
Yeah, so far.
Walker's
So
been
far.
good.
Walker's been good.
Trippier, massive haul. We've already kind of talked about that. Some great balls in from him. Lovely finish from Gordon in this game. He's really starting to tick over, I think.
He's purring, boys.
He had a chance before that he should have scored as well.
Yeah.
Which was quite disappointing. So good that he brushed that off and
And then
slotted
he
away.
came on after like 15 minutes after Barnes went off, which we'll talk about later.
Well, let's talk about it now,
Let's talk
actually,
about it then.
because I think maybe, we can bring up Almiron getting in on that action. And I think people maybe potentially dropping him or being a bit worried about how the lineup was going to happen.
So yeah, really disappointing for Barnes owners. He got a start, which was, I think it was only his second start for the season, and he's had to come off after about 15 minutes or so. And the manager Eddie Howe has come out and said it doesn't look good. It's like a toe injury that he's been struggling with. And toe
just chop it
injury-
off.
I mean, look,
Don't need it.
if I could, I'd fucking catch a plane to Newcastle right now and chop it off because I don't want to drop him. But
Mate, you must have been filthy when you saw the result and knew you had Barnes in there. You're like, oh, come on, mate.
yeah,
Come on.
I know. But look, picking up Gordon, from waivers the other week was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely
So-
a good shout.
And yeah,
I think,
so. Yeah,
boys, I think my highlight of all the goals was the Almiron goal, mostly because of the pass.
How good was it?
Oh, wow.
Love that splitting pass where the player almost jumps over the ball to
Yeah.
let it run through. I just love that.
Who
It was
did
so
who
nice.
played that? Was that
I think it might have been Anderson who played that pass. I can't quite remember. There's a lot of assistant goals. So
Yeah, I really liked that. And we should shout him out. Isak came off the bench, got a goal. He sat down the defender. It was amazing. He is just such a cool
Very good.
customer.
he's got swag.
I really like him. I'm hoping he gets some more starts. I think we need to keep an eye on him, though. All right, on to our next. I just want to say, this goal from Foden. What did you guys?
It was goal of the week for me. I thought that that the build up to it. So I think it was the second highest completed passes before a goal in the Premier League history. I think it was like 47 in the.
Jesus.
I think I heard it on the commentators. It was like 48 is the record.
It's crazy, man.
And
But the
what
way
about
they
the finish,
executed that was just like, where did the ball come from to Walker?
man? So I think it was from Rodri, wasn't it?
whatever it was.
I just remember the
lasered,
cutback pass.
and then
Yeah.
Walker's touch.
Yeah.
To take that down, cut it back to Foden
And then the finish
was ridiculous. And then the team goals, I love them. Like
Yeah.
for me, when they go like that,
They are good.
they're so nice. And
They-
that was just like dum dum dum, like it cut the
They
whole
celebrated
defense
super
apart.
hard.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
fucking
because it was
loved
an
that.
awesome goal.
They would have been working on that in training and stuff.
But yeah, Nunez
Yeah.
straight in with an assist.
Yeah, this is an interesting one, guys, because I feel like he would be available in a lot of leagues.
Well, especially now Rodri's suspended.
Value goes.
Is it going to be Nunez?
through
Is
the
it going to
roof.
be Phillips
that's
that comes
true.
in?
Yeah, and isn't Kova, Mateo Kovacic? I think he's coming back.
Yeah, he's got a little injury. He's missed the last 2 games.
I think he's due back though. So
Yeah.
I think he might come.
But even
in.
without Rodri there, Nunez might still keep
Nunes
his
looks
position.
good. Yeah,
And Bernardo's injured at the moment too. So
yeah. It's till about the 10th, I think, of next
Yeah.
month. So look,
another game or so. Not super long pick, but with Wolves this weekend who have conceded.
Nunes looks like a nice little
be
short-term
interesting.
pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look up if he did get the start as well in this game.
Yeah.
Shit. That's straight in. Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Now, boys, you're talking about a nice goal.
Yeah.
The next one for me is a goal of the season.
Really?
Wow, I think Hito's
Bruno-
neighbors are very excited
Bruno
about this.
Fernandes.
It was very good.
Mate.
Yeah, actually.
Over the top from Johnny Evans. And then a volley. First time volley from
Johnny
Bruno, bottom
Evans is
left.
back.
How can he this?
Back with a bang too. Disallowed goal in that game as well.
Yeah.
And then assisting that goal. Lovely ball.
And Bruno gave him his man of the match trophy
Wow.
as well.
Bruno's like,
Get around
finally
it.
a defender.
Get around, yeah, you can pass the
Finally.
ball to me.
Finally.
Finally, I don't have to play with that fucking fridge.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah,
But yeah.
that was a very nice goal.
Just the first time hit.
it just reminded me of Van Persie.
had very Van Persie vibes.
Rooney, I think, did the same thing. Timmy Cahill at the World Cup. Yeah.
Just those long.
I love those.
Pass, yeah.
Long pass, just over the shoulder, hit volley first time, goes in. Oh, so nice. And Bruno is exactly who I think would be capable of that kind of goal. Oh, actually, one last thing. Hannibal.
Hannibal, yeah.
Got to start in behind the striker too, in behind Hoyland.
Yeah.
Ten Hag must have
Interesting.
loved his celebration and his enthusiasm last week.
Well, I mean,
I did a poll, boys.
No returns.
By the way.
What was the result?
It was in your guys' favor.
What?
Everyone thought that it was like it was fine.
was okay.
Yeah.
I saw when I voted on it that it was going the other way.
Right.
oh, I didn't even see the
I was
poll.
curious
Like
to see.
your brother actually voted, and then he texted me. He goes, "Yeah, it was legit, 100%. Why are you asking?" And I was like, "Well, it's a bit insulting." He's like, "To who?" I'm like, "The fans." And he's like, "Well, I'm a fan. I thought it was awesome." I was like, "All right, fair enough."
There you go, the spokesman. That's the spokesman for the people.
They're gonna cling to whatever
Come to
good
my
stuff
bro.
happens.
Typical United fan, fucking plastic as fuck.
Okay. Oh, geez,
pretty
that's
plastic.
aggressive. Okay.
He's pretty plastic.
I hope none of the United fans aren't leaving right now.
You
Okay,
know-
I want to talk about Burnley.
Yeah,
Do we have to?
They look pretty good in this game for large parts.
they did actually.
And I think it was obviously early on, but it's quite positive leading into a double game week, and it's one of the better double game weeks you could probably hope for with Burnley. So I think it actually turned some of their players into kind of like a decent punt. We mentioned it last week, but I just thought that, sometimes the results don't always say everything. United only got one goal. It was United. Yeah, they played. Yeah. Only got one goal. So I think Burnley looked really good. They had some good opportunities. They missed a couple of great opportunities. Mdouni really missed a sit-up. But, yeah, I just think they might be worth noting.
Yeah, maybe even like the keeper, Trafford. He had a pretty good game. He kept out quite a few goals. I think he had 3 or 4 saves.
I don't know if I'd be stoked the fact they're versing Newcastle in their first game.
No, but then they got Luton. So, if you
It'll
can get a,
balance out the negatives.
if you get a clean
Once you
sheet
get
from
0.
Luton and then maybe a lot of saves from Newcastle, you could get it 10
Hopefully
points.
don't lose 8-0.
Yeah, I'm not going to be playing many defenders from...
Based off history, very likely that Newcastle win 8-0 and then next week they'll just win 1-0.
Or like,
Always the way, man. You're
or
like,
just
you see,
lose.
you see a high score and go, okay, here's the run. Let's go, baby. Never backs it up.
Fuck, he's clicking over here. He's excited.
I'm excited.
Speaking of excited,
Must be.
I'm bloody
chocolate.
excited.
What is it?
Bowen.
Oh, I was not excited when that went in.
Bowen's on fire. He's on fire.
Oh, how does that go? I never
forgot.
know that
I
song.
forgot. I was hoping you'd come in.
Yeah, I was really wanting to. You should have played that the other night. Okay, so yeah, Bowen. Look,
Great
he
header.
gets down, diving header, puts body on the line. Just shows that he's just like brimming with confidence at the
This is
moment.
the second time he's done that.
4 goals and an assist in his first since the start of the season. Just ripping it. Yeah, do not. And I think
Sufal
West
with the
Ham
cross again.
West Ham in general, it was a nice ball. It almost looked the same.
Yeah.
As the one
when
from the
when
week
I was
before.
watching the game and I saw him cross in, I'm like, had flashbacks to
I know.
last week, and it happened. I was like, I just saw that happen
Because it was
before it did.
JWP was the one that scored it
Yeah.
on that occasion. Yeah.
Same vibe.
So I don't know. Do we need to start talking about Sufal?
Maybe, man.
So these balls are coming in.
We'll
He's
have to
getting
see.
there. Maybe next week.
Yeah, it's 2 4s in a row. We'll see if we can make it a 5.
Okay, I don't want to spend too long on that. So let's just get on to Nunez basically making up for that miss.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? Were you like, oh, here we go?
Look, the boy needs a few chances, but proved them all wrong with that finish.
That was
But
nice.
the chip.
Yeah,
We talked about Johnny Evans. Got to talk about good old McAllister. That little
Yeah,
chip
that
ball
through
through
ball.
was lovely.
Yeah, I was wondering where it came from. I was watching it and I forgot to look up who'd passed it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Alexis. It was a nice little chip
Very
through.
nice.
Good volley.
You guys have some great passes of the ball from deep.
Yeah. It adds another level now with like him,
Sabaslai.
and Trent when he's back.
Yeah.
Fucking dangerous, man. And different goal scorers each
Yeah.
week. There's goals from coming from everywhere. And I think just one thing on just that I wanted to add, it just reinforces our point around having players who maybe might be rotation risk can also still come off the bench and score in those big teams. Like Jota was a great example this week.
Perfect segue to my next point.
There you go,
Matoma. How do you do that?
mate. We must have been doing a podcast or something for like 3 years together. Who knows?
I don't know. We're starting to get good at it.
We're getting there.
This is our 4th year, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
Now, yeah, Matoma, double off the bench.
Yeah.
Don't fret.
Don't fret. Start them. You never know what will happen.
Exactly. Super sub. You
Yeah.
never know. And in teams that are going to score goals,
Yes, particularly the strong attacking teams.
and
That's what
Liverpool, Brighton are perfect examples of that. Like there is going to be rotation, but yeah, there's definitely opportunities to come off the bench and get goals. And that was a beautiful double goal
was.
from Matoma off the bench. And then let's just talk about Watkins.
Wow.
Do
He's
any,
a,
do
he's
any
a
of
slow
you guys have
starter.
him?
No, I don't have him.
Fuck, this is what did me in last year.
Slow starter, man. Took 6 weeks. He got a lot of assists, 4 assists, but he's hasn't
so
scored.
This year he had heaps of assists. Like he's actually got decent points when you look at it, but this is his first goal, so and pretty
what a
nice
goal
finish.
it was. Yeah.
Once he breaks the mark, who fucking
second
knows?
chance. Yeah, he could flood him in.
The narrow angle too. Like he just I was so surprised when it went in. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's the only way he could have scored that goal was the way he did it.
Very much so. And that's a really nice setup for the next run of fixtures. Obviously, they've got a bit of a tougher one against Brighton next week, but they do concede Brighton.
Yeah.
And then just got a nice run of
Dude,
Wolves,
the
West Ham,
fixtures are
Luton,
just-
Forest. Like it's a sexy run of fixtures.
It's audacious.
Oh, there we go.
It's actually almost a bit criminal. It's that good.
Maybe a quick shout out to Zaniolo. I remember watching him in that game. He was quite involved. Didn't look amazing at times, but with a good run of fixtures.
It's getting the mins.
I think, yeah, he is getting mins now, isn't he? How
Yeah.
many starts has he had?
2 starts in a row now.
And he only really just signed, so he's just being, bedded in. But I'd be expecting to see him kind of start contributing fairly soon from the way I saw him play in that game.
Yeah.
So maybe a good shout for a little specky.
And also Lucas Dean in that game, he was very impressive.
One of those volleys.
Oh my god,
Sanchez save.
that was
Ooh.
freaky.
Sanchez had some good saves that game.
He did. But yeah, look, Dean.
Okay, I want to talk Fulham.
Yeah,
I don't normally want to talk
I know.
Fulham.
I was just about to say, this is an interesting change.
They've got the most clean sheets this
Crazy.
season. I mean, look, it's still early. They're probably only 1 clean sheet ahead, but it is just showing that they've got that in them this year. And we'll talk in a couple of seconds about some of their players that have actually performed quite well. But yeah, I just, thought that's worth mentioning.
No, I think we've got to give props where it's due. Unfortunately, I don't know how many they're going to keep over the next few weeks with Chelsea, or maybe Chelsea this week, they probably will.
That's an easy
and
one.
Sheffield. But after that, they've got Spurs, Brighton, United, Villa, which is a very tough run. So maybe a 2-week fixture view ahead if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
The segues keep coming here, boys, because now I want to talk about another defender, Tarkowski.
Yeah. You have him, don't you?
No, I dropped him just last week.
Who'd you drop him for?
Semedo.
That worked out for you.
Yeah, that sucked. Mind you, they probably both would have been firmly on the bench. Maybe I would have played Tarkowski over Chile, but I doubt it.
I doubt
it. Chelsea goggles on.
Yeah, look, Tarkowski, 14 points this week, goal and assist in this game. He even could have assisted another goal. The Tokores came off the crossbar. Just quite a good performance from him.
Mate, surprised to see Everton. God, I thought I said the name wrong. Everton win a game,
Yeah,
particularly against Brentford.
I know. Brentford have cooled off a
They
little.
have cooled off a bit. Our boy Wissa, boy Buemo have cooled down a bit.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to get worried about them. Maybe.
I'm starting to wish I traded high for Wissa.
Yeah.
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 But they still can come good
Yeah.
because they've got it in them.
Yeah.
And I think that their fixtures are about to make a bit of a turn from memory.
Look,
I'll have to
yeah.
double
Forest
check.
United, Burnley is not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, and the only other thing I wanted to say on the Everton point, DCL back in with a late goal.
Yeah.
I mean, and it wasn't bad. It's the
For all
DCL
those
special.
DCL owners
For those
that
punters.
held,
No way. Do you think there are?
mate, there's one in our league.
He held him
He held him.
I was
yeah.
wondering.
27 minutes. Who knows? That could be
off the bench.
Luton next week.
Oh, Luton next
Could be
week.
starting.
Frothy.
That's very frothy.
I think he's going to get back to his photo shoots and stuff, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. He's
He's-
looking pretty good out there.
Yeah.
isn't he? Okay, let's just change pace a bit here.
Okay.
I want to talk worst and best.
Oh.
Now, I think I went first last week, so one of you lads.
I'll
is
go
up.
first, actually, because
Okay.
it actually segues from that DCL.
Okay, nice.
So my best was actually my boy. Well, he was supposed to be my boy, Neto's goal, because how fucking sexy was that? He
It was
completely
sexy.
bossed it in.
I think now's probably a good opportunity to shout out our boy Charlie, who's new to our league.
Yeah.
And clearly listens to the podcast,
So that was my
which is
worst.
a good strategy.
something we're not used to. Our friends listening to our podcast.
Yeah, so
gotta
yeah.
be wary of
Our
him.
new participant in our league,
Now
Charlie,
we got to worry about our waivers.
fucking picked him up ahead of me. I would have got him as well because the guy in between us didn't go for him.
Oh, that's
Char-
your
Char-
worst. I just realized.
So that's my worst. But this
Charlie's a smart guy. He
fucking
might have picked him
prick
up anyway.
Is listening to the pod and he's stealing all my numbers.
I like him. Cheers,
Nah,
Charlie.
he's a smart boy.
I'm not going to lie, I like him too, but he's not my favorite.
He's showing
in
some
fantasy.
good. Oh my god, I've forgotten the word. Intuition. No, not intuition. Anyway,
I think it's criminal.
it's criminal.
I think he's showing signs
can't
that
think
he's
of
a
a
fucking
what's the
thief
criminal
in the
count?
night.
yeah. Look, I like it though. As long as he's stealing shit from you.
But who's
I'm
to
happy.
blame? The one that puts it out on the air, or the person who listens to it?
I think I pointed it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
All right, let's hear yours, Hito.
All right. So my favorite picks, or my best and worst, sorry. My worst is the fact that I picked up He-Chan for a slight little specky against Luton this week. Gets hoofed off at halftime. That was lovely. At 1 point.
Brutal.
And my best this week was James Maddison's response to Saka doing his own celebration. So
Oh.
it's Maddo's celebration, the little darts.
Oh.
And Saka did it as a bit of a wind-up. And then they asked Maddo about it in the post-match. He said, oh, he must have been still doing it when I turned him for that second goal.
Oh.
Shit housery at its finest.
Oh, that's nice.
Fucking love
And they're
it.
both England
Yeah.
players as well.
That's
Yeah.
a very good best. I like that. He's
Love
good.
it.
All right. My best was Rodri red card. That was so good. I was just like, fuck off, you idiot. That was amazing.
It is good.
And then my worst is another red card. It's Malo Gusto.
Double red
Gusto.
I'm sorry. I'm back on Chelsea again.
But that was soft as. I can't believe that went to VAR.
I actually thought for a second they were going to rescind the yellow and give him nothing. I was kind of like, he got the ball.
Actually, no. Wait.
Why is he getting a yellow?
We might have goggles on. We're Chelsea supporters. Hito, was that a
Man,
red?
I don't watch fucking Chelsea play. I can't tell you.
Okay. Well, yeah, we do work on a podcast.
Mate, and we're not recommending Chelsea picks right now, so
Gusto's been a good.
I'm spending my time efficiently, you know.
Okay, all right,
buddy.
fine.
All right.
But yeah, I'm sorry I keep bringing them up here. They're just giving me so much content for this fucking segment.
Look, it's the only
ridiculous.
place that's worthy mentioning them. So
I just keep dipping back into the worst well at Chelsea. Okay, let's stop, drop, and hold. Hito, tell us what we're doing here.
Stop, drop, and hold is the section you need to listen to.
Because everything else has been bullshit.
It's because we wake you up out of your slumber to tell you to stop sleeping on these bitches.
These bitches.
These people might be owned, but you need to target them for trades or pickups. Drop. Get them out of your team.
Now.
Hold. Calm the farm.
Hold my hand.
Hold them. Hold the hand. Hold them tight. Be patient.
Hold is one of my favorite because it's always a bit of a discussion. It's like, is he
It
a
is.
hold? Is he a drop?
It is. It's a good middle ground.
It
It's
is
a
nice.
discussion section, isn't it?
It is really. Okay, well, let's start with the important shit.
Yeah.
The stops.
I'll
Boys,
go.
what have you got?
I got Jensen. What do you guys think?
I think he's just creeping into our stop now.
He's just crept in there. It's his third return in 6 games.
Yep.
He's got 2 goals and an assist. And I put him in there just for those deeper leagues that have a bit more of a swing spot in their mid and they're looking for a bit of form.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like he's kind of crept up into that stop status. We never really got to mention him in the waivers, and I'd say he's at a level now where he's kind of returning enough.
I know he's not sexy, but
Oh yeah,
He's kind of that player that you, again, he's like in that JWP category of if you just play him every week,
that's it.
he'll get you like 5
He
to
did it
like
last
8
year.
goals. Yeah, very much did that last year.
And he's just like Justin Timberlake, you know, bringing sexy back.
Mate, his goal was pretty sexy this week, so
Yeah.
Cry
won't
me a
complain
river.
about that.
But that's all I got, guys. What do you got?
Look, I'm just saying what I kind of said earlier. Newcastle defense.
Yeah.
I think that the reason I'm highlighting their defense is because I just assume that all their attackers are probably already gone. There might be even in our league there was one Burn was available. I just think if you see that right now with the runner fixtures they're about to have and off the back of that
People
last
might have
performance,
panicked and dropped him early. Yeah.
this might be a good opportunity to pick one of them up. And then actually another one, I mean, I know I said I wasn't going to shout him out, but Almiron. I think there might be some leagues that would have actually maybe even dropped him because he wasn't really
Man, we were talking
performing.
about it the other week.
We literally were. So, I mean, there's a chance that he's around. And he's backed it up. Since we said that, he must have listened because he's really turned it on.
Mate, he took those 7 minutes that he only played the week before onto heart, and he's come back with a bang. But it hard not to this week. But
Lovely
good
goal,
fixtures,
though.
good fixtures in the injury.
And with an injury to Barnes, I think that that's a good little spot.
Definitely.
Go Heat. What you got?
I'm going to follow the theme of a few points we've already pointed out this pod. The first one is Tim Ream, little silent sleeper in defence for Fulham.
I've been watching him
Talk to me. I
achieve
don't know
quietly.
much.
Last 3 game weeks: game week 4, 7 points; game week 5, 8 points; game week 6, 5 points. Solid. That's
Some
got
form.
3 bones,
I was
2 cleanies
seeing
in a
it.
goal.
Man, I was seeing it. I was like, no, he's not sexy at all. Like Jensen, yeah, he's like not very sexy. This guy is like a 2. Like Jensen's a
Minus
10.
2.
Like you look at him, you're like, nah. And then fuck, he's been creeping up in those points. So I don't know.
I think
I nearly grabbed him this week.
as we said earlier, next 2
Semedo.
fixtures against Chelsea and Sheffield, I think it's a stupid decision to not consider a Fulham defence. After that,
Tantalizing.
maybe drop him because if Spurs, Brighton, you're going to concede a lot of goals.
Anything else?
And then my second one is following the similar track. I think we just got to give a bit of a shout out to a silent sleeper as well of Callum Wilson. Just 3 goals in a row.
How silent is he though?
Mate, he's pretty silent. Or not when he's on his own podcast, but he's
Oh, has he got a podcast?
silent in the goals. Him and Antonio.
So they've got a podcast.
They've been chatting shit.
Really?
Calling out Richarlison and
Are you kidding?
being absolute menaces.
Oh my god, I have to listen.
Let's
It's
get
pretty
him on.
funny.
Let's invite him.
Yes.
It's pretty funny. I think Antonio was talking shit about how they were going to dominate Liverpool this weekend, and he basically lost every aerial duel. He had 3 touches. It was quite funny.
Oh wow.
He was talking himself up.
Okay. Wow, that's really good information. I kind of need to find that podcast. What have you guys got in for drops this week?
Well, I know we've already mentioned it, but I've got Barnes in there. Look, he's got this injury. Manager doesn't say that it's good, and he hasn't been that overwhelming so far besides the first game week. So I'm going to drop and just move on to greener pastures and then just hope when he kind of comes
Because you've
back
also
from
got
injury.
Gordon, right?
I've got
So
Gordon.
You're stacked. I think
got Gordon.
I think it also
Yeah.
depends on how stacked your mids are. If he's one of your better names, you probably want to try and
He's
hold
got
on.
Gordon.
Yeah, he's got Gordon.
Sorry, I just wanted to just fucking reiterate on that point.
Commissioner Gordon?
I've got Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon.
He's got
The commish. But I don't know. I would personally wanting to see when the injury is meant to like come back.
You want a
from,
bit more data?
I want to know the date that's scheduled. Is
hang on.
Is it a month?
Newcastle rocked by Harvey Barnes' injury blow as $38 million man set to be out for months.
yeah.
Months. Okay.
Months is enough.
Months.
But
is
be-
definitely
But that's what they said about
Very-
Rodrigo last year.
I would just advise the listeners
know what
don't
I
be
mean.
fucking quick fire snap shoot drops. Like have a little think first.
Yeah. But I will
And
say
look.
about the Rodrigo, it was a fucking arm injury and we're playing football. His is a toe injury. Okay. Rodrigo had an arm injury and you
game.
dropped him. Okay. So, and my other one is just fringe Chelsea assets. Like I know that you can't really drop Sterling and probably Jackson because he's playing up top, but just all of those people like Gallagher.
Does that include Chile?
I think that you've got to hold Chile.
As I look at Whitey. See it process.
I think you got to hold him just because.
Fuck you.
I think that he will come good once he starts
I
getting
agree. I
started.
agree.
There is, well, you've got to think now with potentially, I don't know really where Reece James is at in his recovery. Gusto is obviously out straight red for at least 3 games, I think. So a lot of our attack has come from that side because we've had Colwell playing as kind of left back. Maybe they'll switch that to being more of a left-sided predominant attack, and Chile will play at left back. But that's my own.
TBC.
That's what
But
I've
at the
heard.
moment, I'm just saying, Palmer, Mudryk, Gallagher, those players, just get them out of your team because Chelsea don't look like they can score a goal.
No.
So
No, get them out of there, boys.
there'll be time to pick them up later, I reckon.
I do need to have a chat with you after the podcast.
Yeah, we'll
And,
chat.
and speaking of goals, a man who's not going to spend a lot of time in one probably moving forward, Ramsdale.
What a segue.
Massive,
Wow.
massive
You're welcome.
call from Arteta.
His segue's been on fire tonight.
Really good.
Really nice.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm
the
just
segue's
like-
all
I think it's the,
round.
I think it's the chocolate. I've been on a high just since.
Dude, there's a whole other half a thing here. You can
Oh, don't
smash
tell me
down
that.
now.
I'm completely
Don't tell me
bouncing
that.
off the wall here. But a huge call from Arteta, dropping Ramsdale for Raya. And look, I mean, Raya has looked good. He clutched up with a couple of big saves in that game and the game before. So
Mate, he's gone 2 Prem games and it did.
He started the last
I should
2,
know
right?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did Ramsdale start Champions League or did
I
Raya?
I actually don't know. I don't
need to
really
check
watch
that
Champions
quickly.
League anymore. I'm like just too invested
Just too invested in what?
in Chelsea.
Oh my god.
You're having a bit of a.
Oh my god, that was amazing. Miles has lost it.
Well, you're making a stand against Chelsea till they let you back in.
Fucking oath I am. All right. So let's talk about holds.
Don't oi me, mate.
Wait,
All
give me
right.
2 seconds. I'm just double checking
Fuck
who.
off. I want to talk about
Raya was in goal for Champions League, so there you go.
Oh,
3 fixtures he's
3
been
in a row.
dropped.
He's out. Ramsdale's out. Did you
Yeah.
see Ramsdale clapping him on the bench?
Oh
But
yeah.
Arteta has actually said, find a new club. Like he's come out
Good
and
on
said,
him.
like, you can look
Is
for
that
a
what
new
he called
club.
him?
Yeah, he's already said it.
we texted him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to
Yeah,
hurt.
nice.
He slid in.
Yeah, slid in.
Slid right in.
Just on a
DMs.
side note for just summer, because he probably will go somewhere. Who needs him?
Chelsea.
No, Sanchez has been good. I think so.
been
Who needs a
You don't
keeper?
like Okay, I don't
he's
want
been
to fucking get into that. How do we get?
Well, he's only going to want
fault.
big club, right? That's why he moved from Brentford. Where the fuck did he come from?
Yeah, where was he? No, it wasn't Brentford.
Bournemouth?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I can't remember.
Wolves? Palace?
No.
I don't know.
There goes our memory.
Nah.
Let's make a bet. What club are you committing to?
That
Where'd he come from?
should go to.
Where he came from?
Where he came from?
Yeah, before we look it up. What's your bet?
Stoke. So wrong.
Sheffield boys.
Oh, I knew it was. I nearly. You hear me go? Shh. You hear me? Shh.
There you go.
I knew it was an S. That's why I was stoked.
There you go. I think a lot of teams could use him, but who knows?
Sorry, I've got asthma.
Maybe Spurs.
Look, I've got one hold in there, and it's a bit of a talking point. It's Martinelli.
Yep.
You know, he's I think
Too
he's
big.
too big, and you know he didn't play last in the derby.
Yep.
And he came off the bench for like a quarter of an hour the game before.
It says he's got a muscle injury here.
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah.
chance.
Wait and see. Be patient with
is
that
he?
one.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe that's been playing a part in the minutes, but
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Well,
What do you got in there?
I've got Solomania.
Solomania. Not
Well, you know-
Solomon.
Solomon, but it's the Solomania. I just came up with that. Felt right. Look, I'm going to hold him. I just saw that little injury to Brennan Johnson, which means that maybe that Son will go back up as the striker and maybe Solomon will start playing on that wing
I
again.
think it's worth waiting to see.
So I just want to see where that lands. But if I saw something amazing on the wire,
You'd be prioritizing.
I'd pick
it.
up the phone.
Lush.
I'd pick up the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You put a bid in.
Any more holds?
My final one is just not a non-sexy player again. Gross. He's injured for a couple of game weeks. Someone you might be tempted to just not too attached to. But they've got hard fixtures for the next 3 games anyway. Villa, Liverpool, City.
But after that,
After that, it's amazing.
yeah,
So
baby.
And his numbers are pretty good.
he's got 2 goals, man. He's just going to sit and just put return for you every couple of weeks.
Just per like a little.
So
Persian
don't panic
kitty.
with him just because he's not a sexy name. Calm
Okay.
down.
I want to talk. Speaking of sexy names, I think Miles has some fan questions.
Oh. Yeah, I've been chatting to heaps of people. Look, it was actually hard to pick them because I've been chatting so much. But Paul T, big fan of the pod.
Sexy names.
Paulie T.
Look, he wants to know, should he pick up Byrne? He's available.
Yes.
But who should he drop? He's got Robertson, Saliba, Ake, Akanji, Zinchenko.
Not a bad back line there.
So
I'm
he's-
thinking one of those
He's
City players.
mentioned Ake because Stones is close to coming back, so the rotation. I agreed with him, but I said I'd bring it up on the pod with you boys. But what do you think?
Kanji's getting the minutes, eh?
Yeah, Kanji's
He did
playing.
last season too, man.
Jeez. I mean, look, Ake doesn't have a lot of playing time.
They haven't been great defensively for clean sheets.
Newcastle
City.
or
Yeah.
City.
So you may as well
last
just
year
keep
they
one
weren't
of them.
that great. I don't know if you want to be doubling up on them.
Yeah, I think
They've
give
been
yourself some
better.
diversity and just give Byrne a chance for this run of fixtures because he plays every
Mate,
game.
well, fucking City's fixtures, Wolves, Arsenal, Brighton, United. Like, they're definitely not keeping it clean in the next couple.
yeah, look,
not many.
I think I'd pick up Byrne for
Ake?
Ake.
Yeah, cool. He also received a trade offer.
Oh,
What are our thoughts? So he was offered Thiago Silva, AU, and Jimenez for Ake, Jota, and Edouard.
Wait, so which ones he got? He's got Ake. Oh, yeah, he's got Ake.
Yeah.
I would say no fucking way.
Yeah, no way.
Your friend is high,
Yeah.
Yeah,
thinking they get that off you.
hi.
100%.
Your friend is high.
Hi. Hi, it's a cat.
So yeah, that's a
No way.
That's
Big fat
a
no.
definitive
Jota and
no.
Edouard, you need someone way better than fucking AU or Jimenez coming
No,
back.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a bullshit trade right there.
Yeah.
Especially with the form that Edward's been in.
Tell your friend to go look in a mirror and have a really hard chat with themselves.
Yeah.
And then tell you
Look
to
in the
come back
mirror and tell me what you see.
Exactly.
I see pride.
Tell him unless
I
he's
see power. I see a badass motherfucker who won't take shit from no one.
Oh wow, cool runnings.
Cool runners, baby.
Nailed that.
Well, this guy's not definitely seeing that.
I'd say unless your mate's got Gordon, I wouldn't trade with him.
Talking about massive, massive fans of the pod, Vasquez G.
Oh,
He's back.
Vasquez.
He's back, baby.
It's
I
been
was
a while,
worried about
right?
him. Yeah.
You're worried about him.
I was worried.
Well,
Like,
maybe
how
he
do
was
you
just doing so well
Yeah,
that he didn't need to
that's
reach
true.
out.
So what does he do with Ake
Oh,
and
Ake
Chilwell,
again.
who have minute rotation and also team risks, talking about how shit Chelsea are?
I think we already answered kind of both of these.
Yeah.
Which
But
one would you guys say is get rid of first?
I kind of want to. I'd say keep Chile, but I've got Chelsea goggles on. I just think at some point he's going to get minutes.
Yeah. I think once he gets minutes, it's going to change everything.
If he gets in his fucking position.
Exactly. Also, I think if he's got other defenders in his squad that are solid, having Chile there not playing is fine. But if you're if you're really desperate for starters,
I think the issue with Ake is we're just going to see very mixed minutes, and Pep does that too. Like, he'll go on a run, he's like, I'm using Ake for now, and then it's gone.
yeah, well, he still doesn't have a left back or proper left back
Yeah, that's
since
true.
he got rid of Cancelo.
Look, I'm pretty sure he's in a 10-man league, and this is his defense. He's got Gusto, Semedo, Collins, Ake, Chilwell. So it's a little bit
Oh, I
sparse.
don't like that.
Yeah, it's...
I'd love to know what, like, again, it's always good to get the context. I want to know what's on the waivers.
Yeah. Well, I'd assume that he's dropping Gusto because...
I'm not. Yeah, the Gusto Chile double up's not good.
And I think, yeah, that's, for me, Gusto's the drop because, I mean, where is Reece James at with his fucking recovery?
I think he's got to
he's
get a
due
real.
back.
He's
He's
got to
due
get a
back
real.
soon,
He's got to
yeah.
get a real solid starter
Yeah.
in there. Look at our boy Tim Ream for the next 2 weeks, maybe.
Maybe,
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe,
Oh, mate.
maybe Ream
10-man
job.
league. Probably
Ream
already
job,
gone.
yeah.
the
Ream job.
That one was a fucking sitter. Okay, let's.
I think that's a
talk-
tough situation, man. He's got to look for some consistent
Yeah.
minutes there.
Actually, Vasquez, send me the waivers and I'll do a little bit of private one-on-one with you.
Oh wow!
Before-
Private one-on-one coaching.
Yeah.
And if you don't want it to just be one-on-one, you can tell Miles to reach out to us for good advice.
Well, have a three-way or something?
Yeah, three-way.
All right. The last question I've got is from a first-time caller but long-time listener,
Ooh, we love this.
Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
Wow.
Just goes by Alex.
Wow. Okay.
Love it.
Okay. I think like everyone else has been like Paul T, Vasquez G.
So
Like, Alex.
he's in a 7-man league.
Maybe he's like
Oh.
the Chelsea defender.
This is where we were. Seven man.
And like the boys are so fucking lazy that they only got together to do their draft on game week 3,
Oh my god.
which
Okay.
meant that no one drafted KDB. So it builds to his question, which is he wants to know when's the right time to pull the trigger on him and someone like Tony.
This is hilarious. Can you boys go down in the spreadsheet into top waivers and just highlight my third option?
Wow. Love it.
I've
Oh.
put De Bruyne in white writing.
Jesus, you did. Is that so Miles didn't steal it?
Yes, 100%. But he's done it again.
So let's talk about it, right?
How
So
good was that?
KDB is due back on the 16th of December at this stage. So what's that? That's like 2 months away?
Let's look at the
Maybe
game
three?
week. Come on,
Yeah.
let's get into the numbers here.
Crunch the data for me, boys.
Yeah.
Because I said, look, I'm going to get into
2 and a
this
bit
on the pod.
months.
I think Tony might be a little bit too long just to answer that while you guys are looking at KDB because Tony's
Tony's
not
a
due
long
back till
way
the
out.
17th of January. So that's an extra month on top of KDB.
I'd be having some little alarms set to remind yourself,
Yeah.
just and keeping them in the watch list.
Yeah.
Like De Bruyne has been in my watch list. You know, Tony has too. Just to remind yourself that they are there and that you just have to kind of calculate. But it's really up to like what you've got in your team and whether you think that you can
Sit
sit
on it.
without someone for that long and that it would be worth it. So,
So the KDB, how many games is he going to miss between now and the 16th of December?
the 16th, let's say it's going to be. Oh, it's actually not that many more.
About maybe like 14 games or so.
Oh, yeah, it's 14 games.
It's quite a lot of
14.
games, man. And this comes back to what we said in the draft eps about Nkuku got injured and doing the maths on like, yeah, he's a good pick, but for him to score, you know, X amount of points over a whole season, if he's only there for a third, how does that equate to someone else you could have for the entire time?
I agree, but this is different in the way that this is effectively your last pick.
Yes.
Because it's first on the waiver
It
wire.
is, yes.
So it's like you're going, oh, I'm going to punt on someone like, you know.
It is, yeah. It's
Nkuku.
slightly different, but I think you got to still think about like the minutes between now and then and your squad.
I'd see him going before game week 10 in our
Okay.
league.
Yeah.
I just think he's in a 7-man league, which means there's a bit more available. I think game week 10 leaves like it's probably a good marker. We're probably going to start seeing him kind of like returning into the real world a bit.
Yeah.
You know, they start to come back a little bit before they come back.
He could.
But you might just have more information then. So there's no more new information.
No,
now.
the hard thing is too is like, does it stretch out into like Jan?
That's the thing. It could be
That's when it
earlier and it
gets
could be later.
Hamstring
So-
injuries, man.
Yeah.
But, we just have to make our decision from the data that we have in front of us.
Can I just tell you the run that they've got when he's meant to come back? Oh, baby.
Is it just sexy? Is
It
it
is
like
Luton,
Timberlake?
Palace, Everton, Sheffield United, then Newcastle, Burnley,
What a
Brentford,
great way to get
Everton.
back in.
Oh,
Chelsea.
God. Yeah, I didn't throw in Chelsea. Bournemouth. Like
It is a nice
It's funny
run.
because you go down this list when you're talking about City and like every fixture looks good.
Every fixture's
You're like,
good till you see like Liverpool or Arsenal.
I don't know about
That's like I got Gordon stuff.
that. Yeah.
Gordon.
Got Gordon.
Look,
bro.
it's a great question. I think it depends how stacked his team is. I think, and it's hard with the 7-man league because that means there's a lot of good waiver options.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
room to
You're
move.
not if you're in a 10, 12-man league, I'd be like, yeah, just jump on it
Just do
because
it, yeah.
you got not much. But when you're in a 7-man,
it.
you can play the waiver pretty nicely for a solid 14 weeks.
You know what
It's
I
tough.
want to do?
I don't think we can give it a just straight answer on the numbers though. Is all I can say. I think.
I feel like we answered it in multiple ways throughout rambling.
yeah, we avoided it.
So we weren't helpful.
We weren't helpful at all.
Look, for him, if you want a number, game week 10.
That's what I thought. I thought game week 10. That's what I said.
I like it. I like it.
Game week 10. So has a good ring to it.
Yeah. Double digits, baby.
Yeah, baby. All right, let's top waivers. I want to talk about the Draft Boys top waivers for the next game week.
Why don't you go first? Because we already heard one of yours.
Did you like that?
I loved it.
I was like, I did it during the pod too. I didn't even see the question. I was just like, fuck, wouldn't it be funny if I put that in white and reveal it like late? And then it came up in that question. I was like, fuck, this is perfect.
White heat.
Yeah. So look, I'm pretty punty this week.
Yeah, you are.
I've got, look, seeing that Jackson is out next game week, he's got 4 yellow cards for dissent. Every single one of them is for dissent.
Mouthy motherfucker.
Fucking not learning his lesson. So he's out for, I think it's just 1 game week ban. But that does leave the striker role empty. And we did see Breuer come on in the end of that game. So, look, again, this is punty, but maybe it's a chance to jump on a Chelsea striker that's available. I think it might be a fun little punt. I can't afford to do it this week, but I would have done it just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Just for the game week. And it could also be Palmer. So that's the other flip side of that coin. So I assume Palmer's probably gone, but Breuer's very fresh back. So we'll just see. The other one is Tarkowski. The next 2 fixtures for them are actually half decent. And if he can kind of go off the back of that performance, or if Everton can.
Yeah, it seems like a
basically.
potential bit of swing moment for Everton to get their shit together.
It could be, and then it's Luton, Bournemouth, the next 2 game weeks. I'm not saying it's maybe a long-term thing, but probably a good pickup for 2
There's
games.
2 games you were looking at. They're good ones.
Yeah, they're good ones. So, yeah, anyway. Oh, and in Invisible Writing, De Bruyne, but that was kind of more of a joke than anything.
Yeah.
It was more to bring him up. So,
No, I
we
think
already did that.
Yeah.
We did.
Should I go next?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, my first
Jeez,
one
that was dead air, boys. Fucking get it together.
Well, Mr. Host, you got to direct us, baby.
I was drinking.
Well, drink later. My
Oh, well.
first pick is Elliot Anderson.
Elliot.
So he had Newcastle had an amazing preseason. He was top scorer in preseason across all Prem teams, I'm pretty sure, by the end of it. And his last 2 games got 90 minutes. And he got an assist this week, which was not
Where's he
hard to
playing?
do. In midfield, somewhere.
Good tip.
Good
Love it.
tip, but
attacking?
But he got an assist this week, and in a Newcastle team that's maybe getting a little bit of their vibe back and mojo, I don't know. I think that's a little bit of an outsider way into Newcastle.
Okay, cool.
He's clearly been getting trusted from preseason now to finally get the mins. And my other pick is a little bit of a one to watch. You might not move on it just yet, but another way into Brighton's team is your old boy Billy Gilmore.
Billy.
He's been getting a decent amount of minutes. Got an assist this week, which was from, I think, the own goal from memory.
Yeah.
He might have crossed in and then his own goal. But yeah, he's just getting the minutes. He got 2 assists 2 weeks ago. So 3 assists in 2 game weeks.
Billy.
Starting to build a little bit of form there.
Like it.
Yeah, I like it. There was a nice pass this week.
I'll shoot through mine.
Shoot away, baby.
I've got one of the the top 5 box-to-box midfielders in the Premier League.
God, here we go.
Decore.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Ben Rama.
He ain't box-to-box. He just chills.
No, you
out
can't
in
put
the-
him in a box. He's
Yeah.
just a unicorn.
God.
But look, Everton, they did actually impress me finally. And Decore, he's playing a lot more further
looked
upfield
good.
than he usually does.
Yeah, he's getting up there off the crossbar.
Yeah, he's almost playing like just behind the striker. It's pretty crazy. My next one's Castagne. I think that he's done a lot of good for Fulham, and I think that he's just a pickup if he's available. And the last one I threw him was Bruno G. I think that he's in that Newcastle team, and he could be someone that's available in shallower leagues.
Yeah, he's a little bit less of a sexy pick.
I think
Shallower leagues.
Shallower, yeah.
That's a new term.
It's just like, Lady Gaga, like shallows all over that shit. But yeah, so I think that's how I'm gonna round it up.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That's great, boys. That was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Good pod. Look, to anyone still listening, you clearly enjoy.
Yeah, give us a like.
Throw us a like, whatever platform you listen on.
And what is it? Like you rate us or the stars?
They
or
can do
something?
stars. I think some do stars. Like, I'm sure there's some sort of Google review
Yeah.
system.
Pretend you're playing Mario Kart or some shit. Stars are good, baby.
Yeah, pick them up.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that. Oh, jeez.
Thank
I'm
God we're
actually
not
feeling a
sponsored.
bit-
We'd have to pay like 50 grand for that fucking.
You think anyone would know what we just sung?
Maybe.
I don't
Like
think anyone knew what we did.
Everyone.
From our version of it, I don't know.
We'd still get charged by Nintendo.
Charge us.
Boys, we gotta go.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Peace out.
That's it. Goodbye.
Draft Boys.